Happy Earth Day! I bet you did not think you were gonna find me like this. It's Earth Day and we're excited because there's a lot of actually great things happening on Earth right now, despite some of the things that are not so great. Number one being, I am dressed like the Earth. Actually more like Mother Earth or Mother Nature if she was a woman. I mean, she is a woman, but if she was an actual being, this is what she would look like. So that is what I am today. And I promise we actually are going to be doing a normal makeup tutorial, but I had to start fun. We had to start this off fun because it's Earth Day, you guys. We have to have fun today. So as we all know, this Earth Day is a little bit different than Earth Days we've had in the past. And the reason for that is most of the world is currently self-isolating, which is kind of crazy to think about. But because most of the world has been self-isolating since the beginning of March, some actually kind of awesome things are happening to the Earth. We wanted to share some good things that are happening in the world, on Earth, right now, on Earth Day, because we know a lot of the news we typically read isn't all that uplifting, and today we want to be uplifting because go Earth. So here are just a few of the things that are happening on Earth that are really good for the Earth, kind of because of the situation we're in. Obviously, travel has decreased a ton in this time, and air pollution is at an all-time low right now in many different places all over the world. I've been looking out this quarantine and I can't think of another time where the sky was that blue. Also, the animals are taking back all of the national parks, which I'm not sure what's gonna happen when we all come back to the parks, but it's really cool to see the natural habitats kind of reforming and taking over and taking back the land. Massive companies like Louis Vuitton are offering free masks and sanitizers to hospitals, and so are many other companies, and companies are coming together and using their factories to produce masks and to produce sanitizers. And I feel like it's so cool to see people come together to help. So we wanted to just shed a positive light on what's going on Earth today and how we can celebrate those things. So finally, without further ado, let's get into this earth-toned eye makeup look. And then at the end of the video, you can see me transform into Mother Earth. So to start off this earth-toned eye look, I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick Eye Color in the shade Cocoa. I'm gonna apply this all over the bottom of my lid towards my lash line and then use my finger to blend it upward. This is just gonna give us a really nice base for our eye look. I like to blend it out right away just so that the eyeliner doesn't set at all, which would make it a little bit harder to blend out. There is the first eye. It's super easy to blend out and this just gives us the perfect base. I also just went ahead and set that with some translucent powder. Now for today's video, we're gonna be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, and this palette is so gorgeous and perfect, I feel like, for Earth Day because of some of the names in this palette. Let me read them to you. We've got Ember, Rose Quartz, Pearl, Cinder, Twig, Teak, Slate, Birch, Hello, Nature, and the Earth is in this palette. So that's what we're gonna use. Let me show you, it's gorgeous. So first I'm gonna take the shade Birch and I'm going to apply that in my crease and blend upwards kind of as a transition shade. I'm also gonna take that same shade and go in my bottom lashes as well. As you can see, when we add that base, it just blends so seamlessly and half the work is already done. Now I'm gonna mix the shades Twig and Dystopian and put those in my outer corner and into my crease. Also gonna take that mixture and go in my lower lash line as well. The shimmer shades in this palette are so pretty, it's really hard for me to decide, so I'm honestly probably gonna blend a whole bunch of them together and put them on my lid. So starting with the darkest one, I'm gonna take the shade Teak, and I'm gonna apply that on my outer corner and like outer V of my eye. Then I'm gonna layer the shade Ember on top of that. This one is like more of a greeny shade, so it's gonna give that like greeny earth, grass, you know, earth things. Then I'm gonna kind of transition into the shade Cinder and place that on the center of my lid. Now for my inner corner, I'm gonna mix the two shades Pearl and Rose Quartz. Alrighty, we're definitely looking pretty earth toned. I'm going to take that Caviar eye stick by Mercier and apply that in my waterline. Now to add a little bit more green, I'm going to take the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Overdrive, and I'm going to add a little bit of that to my upper lash line. Then I'm just going to smudge that out. I love it, just adds a little bit of green. Also going to take that green liner and go underneath in my lower lash line just a little bit to add a touch of green on the outer corners. Now, because I want to keep this fun and keeping with the colorful kind of theme, like with the earthy tones theme, I'm going to take our colored gel liquid liner in the shade Peacock, and I'm going to apply that along my upper lash line so we can snap on some lashes. This will blend perfectly with the green liner we put down, so it's still going to look really smoked out. As you can see, it kind of just adds some depth, but it's not like super harsh or super black. It totally goes with our theme. So gorgeous. I feel like the liner matches perfectly. Also quickly, just gonna apply a little bit of mascara while I let the liner dry. Now, because it's Earth Day and one of the main colors of all things Earth is green, we are going to be using our Vibey lash, which I'm so excited about. I love our colored lashes, and this one is perfect for today. I'm actually going to add a little bit of this green liner to my bottom lashes so they kind of match top and bottom. Now, of course, we need a lip. I'm going to take the Bare Minerals Bare Pro lipstick in the shade Cinnamon and pop that on. And there we have this super earth toned, super pretty. It's sultry. It's earthy. It's Earth Day. Here's your Earth Day, earth toned look. As you saw at the beginning of the video, I did look a little different at one point, and that's because we're gonna glue something really fun to our face. Now, let me explain a little bit. This is a prosthetic piece that I made a few years back. I transformed into Mother Nature, and I will insert a few clips right here. So I have this beautiful dress. I was actually handmade by my mom, and I wore it. It was actually a contest entry, and I thought it would be the perfect day to bring it back and wear my Mother Nature headpiece once again. Now, of course, as you can see in the video, I was covered in bark all over my body. We're not gonna do that today because it did end up being a little painful taking that off. Live and learn, right? Today we're just going to be gluing my prosthetic piece that I made to my head, and I'll probably maybe pop on a wig, maybe pop on the dress, have a little fun. So just a quick disclaimer, if you guys ever do any kind of special effects or working with spirit gum, Pros-Aid, whatever it is, make sure you guys have the remover, because if you do not have it, you will have a hard time taking this off your face or anywhere else in your body, and trust me, you do not want that. Just had to give a little disclaimer there. Today I'm going to be using spirit gum to stick this onto my face. Since I can't actually go anywhere as Mother Nature, I'm not going to glue it on too crazy, because really I'm just going to be taking this off sometime at the end of today. But I do want to have it on so I can show you guys how fun and cool it is to, you know, become the earth, become a tree. If I could get it open. Okay, there we go. Spirit gum smells just disgusting, in case you guys haven't ever tried it. And you're sure gonna want to get all your hairs out of the way. Here we go. I'm just gonna apply some here. On the other side, oops, that is hair. And some on the forehead. So with spirit gum, you have to tap it, and then eventually it will become tacky, and that's how you know it's ready. So here we go. Tap, 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 tap. Oh yeah, it's getting tacky. Yeah, it pulls on your face. It's just the most pleasant thing you can think of. You know, what we do for our earth. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Go on the other side. Okay, pretty tacky. Ooh, this side's real tacky. Okay. In case any of you were wondering, I made this out of latex and flour, and I made the mixture. I added all the little pieces, painted it, did the whole shebang. And now I can use it anytime I want. I can dress like a tree any day of the week, especially on Earth Day. I will be right back with a wig and my dress. I am back. I am now one with the earth. So here I am, dressed as Mother Nature, Mother Earth, whatever you want to call me. I'm here. So as you can see, I've transformed back into my real form. And now Vibey Lash isn't the only fun, crazy thing happening on my face. So thank you so much for watching this tutorial. We hope you enjoyed the earth-toned, kind of smoky, sultry eye. And of course, we hope you enjoyed this kind of fun getup that I've got going on. Before you go, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up down below, and you can subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our videos, because we obviously do really fun things like this. We'll see you in the next one.